November 13, 2025. The world watches as a Philippine survey vessel, escorted by a U.S. destroyer, enters the contested reed bank in the West Philippine Sea. Their mission: confirm the vast oil and gas reserves beneath the seabed, a direct challenge to Beijing's sweeping claims. Chinese Coast Guard ships, larger and more numerous, shadow the convoy, sending a clear message of intimidation. This is more than a resource dispute. It's a high-stakes geopolitical chess match. Every maneuver on the water carries the risk of conflict. For the Philippines, it's a desperate push for energy independence. For the US, a test of its commitment to its Indo-Pacific allies. For China, a challenge to its claimed maritime territory. The fragile peace of the region hangs in the balance. Years of escalating tensions have led to this moment. China's artificial islands and naval buildup versus a new, assertive Philippine policy. Philippine Defense Secretary Gilbert Teodoro declares, "We have a sovereign right to explore and develop resources within our exclusive economic zone. We will not be intimidated." The U.S. warship's presence signals Washington's willingness to back its ally, but also raises the risk of direct confrontation. The Filipino crew, American sailors, and Chinese personnel are all on the front lines of a struggle that could redefine Asia's power dynamics. The world waits to see who will blink first. The stakes could not be higher. The next move could change the course of the 21st century. The West Philippine Sea is a geological treasure chest, holding up to 11 billion barrels of oil and 190 trillion cubic feet of natural gas. For the Philippines, these resources are a lifeline, an escape from costly energy imports and a chance to transform the economy. The Malampaya gas field, the country's main domestic source, is running dry, making Reed Bank the nation's best hope to avoid an energy crisis. Dr. Maria Santos, energy expert. This isn't just about fuel, it's about sovereignty and the power to chart our own course. The economic uplift could fund infrastructure, education, and healthcare on an unprecedented scale. Yet, the Reed Bank lies within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone, but is also claimed by China under its 9-dash line, a claim rejected by international law, but enforced by Beijing. This legal and territorial impasse has left the resources untouched, a tantalizing prize just out of reach. The current standoff is a direct attempt to break that deadlock. For the Philippines, it's a fight for survival and prosperity. For China, it's a test of its resolve. The world's energy future may hinge on what happens next. The stakes are enormous. The outcome will shape the region for decades. The U.S. destroyer's escort is no accident. It's a calculated response to China's growing assertiveness in the region. America's message: the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty with the Philippines is alive, and the Indo-Pacific must be governed by law, not force. A senior State Department official developers. We cannot allow a single country to rewrite the rules of the sea and bully its neighbors. The U.S. is leveraging naval power, diplomacy, and intelligence to counterbalance China and reassure smaller nations. The strategy: deter Chinese aggression without provoking all-out conflict, creating a safe environment for energy investment. Jonathan Price, energy investment expert. No company will invest billions if their rigs are at risk from Chinese ships. U.S. presence de-risks the region. The American approach is calibrated, defensive, not provocative. The escort mission is a message sent with presence, not missiles. The U.S. hopes steady support will give the Philippines the breathing room to tap its resources. The balance of power in Asia is shifting, one survey mission at a time. The stakes are global. The world is watching. The next move could set a precedent for international order. For ordinary Filipinos, the West Philippine Sea's resources could mean lower energy costs, more jobs, and a brighter future. An energy revolution would ripple through the economy. Cheaper electricity, affordable transport, and new industries. Tens of thousands of jobs could be created, from engineers to support workers. A local leader in Palawan. A new generation won't have to go abroad for work. They can build a future here. Royalties and taxes from energy production could fund hospitals, schools, and infrastructure. A government advisor. This is our chance to leapfrog into the future and reduce poverty. The vision of a prosperous, energy-independent Philippines unites the nation behind this risky venture. From fishermen to office workers, there's a shared sense. This is a fight for the country's future. Rico, a Manila jeepney driver. For years we were told the treasure was ours, but we couldn't touch it. Now we are finally trying. The risks are real, but so is the hope. The alternative, staying poor forever, is no longer acceptable. China's claim to nearly 90% of the South China Sea is rooted in its 9-dash line, a narrative of historical right. This claim overrides the exclusive economic zones of the Philippines and other neighbors, despite a 2016 tribunal ruling rejecting it. China has built artificial islands, runways, and missile bases, projecting power across the region. Chinese vessels routinely harass Filipino boats, using gray zone tactics to assert control without open conflict. For Beijing, this is about nationalism, strategic security, and resource hunger. A Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson: China's sovereignty and rights in the South China Sea have a solid historical and legal basis. We are unswerving in our determination. China's actions challenge the US-led post-war order and create perpetual tension. For the Philippines and its allies, any resource development is seen by Beijing as a direct affront. The shadow of the dragon looms large. The central obstacle to peace is China's refusal to compromise. The Philippines' quest for energy is fraught with danger, chief among them, China's military pressure. Filipino vessels risk harassment or attack from a far larger Chinese fleet, deterring private investment. The Philippine Navy and Coast Guard are under-equipped, forcing reliance on the US alliance. The country lacks the capital and expertise for deep-water exploration, making foreign partners essential. Even with the 2016 arbitral award, enforcing Philippine rights is nearly impossible. China simply ignores it. Manila must be assertive but cautious, walking a tightrope to avoid conflict. Offshore exploration is expensive and uncertain. Geopolitical risk makes investors wary. A former diplomat: we are in a David and Goliath situation. Our only sling is international law, but Goliath ignores it. The Philippines must create a stable environment to attract energy firms. For now, the West Philippine Sea remains a high-risk, high-stakes gamble. The US-Philippine alliance is the cornerstone of Manila's strategy to unlock its maritime resources. The 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty now explicitly covers attacks in the South China Sea, a game-changer. This security guarantee deters China, signaling that aggression could trigger a US response. Joint military exercises, like Balikatan, now focus on maritime security and coastal defense. Under the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, the US has access to key Philippine bases, enabling rapid response. The alliance is about more than hardware, it's about building Philippine capacity and sovereignty. The US provides funding, training, and equipment to modernize the Philippine military. A US advisor: our aim is not to fight the Philippines' battles, but to ensure they can defend their rights. This united front sends a clear message: the Philippines does not stand alone. The partnership combines Philippine resolve with American power. It's a strategic alignment to uphold international law and deter coercion. The sight of a US destroyer escorting a Philippine vessel is the ultimate symbol of this renewed commitment. Two allies standing shoulder to shoulder for a free and open Indo-Pacific. The Philippines isn't alone. Vietnam and Malaysia also face China's claims in the South China Sea. Vietnam resists fiercely, partnering with foreign companies and pushing back against Chinese harassment, even at great risk. Malaysia has preferred quiet diplomacy, but is now more vocal as Chinese incursions grow. Both nations have managed to develop some resources, showing persistence and risk acceptance can yield results. They're key: consistent, lawful presence, and international partnerships. The lesson for the Philippines' seeding ground emboldens China. Manila now combines Vietnam's resistance with the security of its US alliance. The struggle for sovereignty is regional, not just national. Southeast Asia's future depends on standing firm. The urgency behind the Philippines' move is clear. The Malampaya gas field is running out, threatening a national energy crisis. Reed Bank is the best hope to keep the lights on and the economy afloat. The government is racing against time, willing to risk confrontation with China to secure a new energy source. The alternative, energy dependency and economic stagnation, is unacceptable. November 12, 2025. The Philippine survey vessel, with its American escort, continues its mission under the watchful eyes of the Chinese fleet. The situation is a powder keg. A single miscalculation could spark conflict. Will the US-Philippine alliance hold? Will their resolve deter China? Success could mean energy independence and a triumph for international law. Failure would embolden China and shrink options for smaller nations. The world watches, hoping for peace, but preparing for the worst. For now, the ships remain, crews on high alert. The fate of a nation in the region hangs in the balance. The next chapter is unwritten.